Somali President Mohamed Abdullahi Farmajo has offered $100,000 to anyone with information on Sunday's deadly blast in Mogadishu. The president has visited some of the wounded as well as the site of the blast. The death toll has been steadily climbing. Reports indicate that between 34 and 39 people were killed in that attack. A car bomb targeted a busy market in Mogadishu. Vehicles and stalls have been destroyed. It's the deadliest attack against civilians in some time and the first since President Farmajo was elected. CGTN's Abdulaziz Billow reports now from the Somali capital.
A chaotic scene at this popular market west of Mogadishu. A victim is pulled out of the rubble, but medics could not save him. The explosion went off around midday. Some reports indicate government soldiers were among those killed. No group has yet claimed responsibility, but the terrorist group Al-Shabaab has committed similar attacks.
All of those who were killed and injured in the deadly blast were from this area. Some passers-by were also among those killed. It's a popular market and was crowded at the time of the blast.
The bomber targeted this market at its busiest time. We have carried more than 20 dead bodies and many more seriously injured are in hospitals. I don't even understand what kind of an enemy would want to kill innocent civilians in such huge numbers.
It's the first major attack since President Mohamed Abdullahi Farmajo was elected. Al-Shabaab has vowed to wage a relentless war against the new administration. But in a recent meeting with diplomats from the peacekeeping mission AMISOM, Somali's president delivered a tough ultimatum for the African Union forces.
My vision is to defeat Al-Shabaab within the next 2 years. Hopefully, if we work together very closely, we will be able to defeat Al-Shabaab. That's the vision I would like to see happen within the next 2 years to bring peace and stability.
Farmajo says a strong army is the only way to ensure lasting stability in the Horn of African nation. Many in the country and beyond have hailed Farmajo's victory this month as a revolution and a time for change. On the streets of Mogadishu, a sense of optimism. Many see him as the people's choice. President Farmajo is scheduled to be inaugurated on Wednesday in a ceremony that will be attended by world leaders. Meanwhile, here in the capital, Mogadishu, security has been heightened, including a no-fly zone on his inauguration. Abdulaziz, Billow, CGTN, Mogadishu, Somalia.
Let's get you the very latest on that story now. I'm joined live from Mogadishu by CGTN's Abdulaziz Billow. Abdul, this is the worst attack against civilians in some time. Can you update us on the death toll, whether Al-Shabaab has claimed responsibility, and also whether hospitals are coping with the influx of wounded?
Well, Penina, the death toll has reached 35 according to ambulance service and according to the hospitals we've interviewed since morning here. More than 47 people have also been hospitalized, some of them with serious wounds. So the hospitals in the capital are actually dealing with these cases. Some of the cases need to be airlifted abroad for specialized treatment. Now, newly elected Somali's President Mohamed Abdullahi Farmajo last night visited the wounded in the hospitals, where he promised that the government will not only pay the bills for those who have been hospitalized, but also it's going to airlift some of the wounded abroad for specialized treatment. The president also promised a $100,000 reward for any information that might lead to the arrest of Al-Shabaab operatives or the arrest of, or the capture rather, of vehicles before detonating in crowded places. So that offer still stands. And also the head of the National Intelligence promised for the assassination, and anybody found with pistols, the assassins who are carrying out killings in the capital will be given a reward of $10,000 for any information that leads to the successful capture of these Al-Shabaab operatives. So definitely, Penina, is the first attack under President Mohamed Abdullahi Farmajo, and also a stark reminder of how deadly the militant group is. The president, while visiting the wounded, said that the attack had no legitimate target. He said that the attackers didn't target a government official, or they didn't target a government institution. It was plain a simple market where normal Somali traders do their business, go about their business on a daily basis. So definitely a big challenge for the president of Somalia as he takes office here, that his government is barely 1 week old.
And Abdul, Al-Shabaab said it will be targeting President Farmajo's supporters. That statement came after the president met with AU officials. What can you tell us about that?
Well, the militant group Al-Shabaab, Penina, after the election of Mohamed Abdullahi Farmajo on February 8th, they remained rather silent for almost 10 days until President Farmajo met with diplomats from the African Union troop contributing countries from the 22,000 force, their diplomats who are stationed here in Mogadishu, as well as the AMISOM officials, where he gave the AMISOM forces an ultimatum that he needs the Al-Shabaab gone in 2 years. That time he wants to rebuild the Somali National Army that will replace AMISOM, who will be starting a troop drawdown in 2018. So definitely the president yesterday in his speech at the hospital said that the Al-Shabaab was targeting civilians. It didn't have a legitimate target, and this comes to the issue of public support. The president enjoys huge public support here in Somalia and beyond. Demonstrations and celebrations are still continuing in several parts of the world where Somalis live in. They are happy that Farmajo was elected the president. So the president is saying that with public support he hopes to defeat Al-Shabaab, and the Al-Shabaab statement is quite clear. They are saying that they are going to fight President Farmajo's government the same way they've been fighting the previous administrations here in Somalia. So during his inauguration scheduled for the 22nd, security here in the capital has been put on high alert, and including a no-fly zone on the 22nd, because the event will take place at the same venue where Farmajo was elected on February 8th, Penina.
All right, we shall leave it there for now. Abdulaziz Billow joining us live from Somalia's capital. Many thanks.